Chat, do not give up.
So you're saying you care more about money than a relationship?
I don't give a if she was a homie. But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life.
Men and women cannot just be friends.
Guys, I want to hear what they say about this.
One.
Skip, please.
Not just be friends.
He's still deciding, but I'll go ahead.
Happy
There's
New
always
Year.
this
Watching you
underlying
from
current
Switzerland,
to
xQc.
a man and a woman when they're just friends, because there's this sexual attraction, this energy that you can't even see it. It's always flowing. And men, as you know, you guys are conquerors. You want a conquest. You want to, even if it's a friend, sometimes that develops into more simply because law of familiarity, you start getting close and comfortable, and maybe you weren't attracted to her initially, but that
You know, guys, not entirely wrong. Unless she's dead ass ugly. But even then, dude, sometimes chat, guys, sometimes it gets down dog shit. Guys, listen. I gotta put the coffee down for this one. Guys, sometimes chat, it gets down horrendous. Okay, it is what it is.
opposition of that sexual polarity always kicks in.
What if the man is like not attracted to women, just like generally? Do you think that's still?
You mean if they take a different
Like a gay man and
sexual orientation
and a woman being friends?
Well, I think that's different, perhaps because they're attracted to men. So in that moment, they have taken on the feminine energy.
So they only want to conquer the men, not the women.
Well, in that, there's always masculine and feminine energy, whether you're a man or woman. So if the man is gay and identifies as being attracted to men, then he's in a feminine energy, mostly. Now, if there's two of them, there's one that's more masculine and more feminine, but that's for another.
Two of my best friends are women. We have great times together.
Okay. If the guy is gay but identifies as liking women, then there's energy. Guys, I don't know what I just listened to. I don't know what my ears just came across.
Once have I considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No, but that's the thing.
Did I say that? Is it wrong?
Men, not the women.
And so in that, different.
Like men, just like generally. Do you think that's still?
You mean if they take a different
Like a gay man and
sexual orientation
and a woman being friends?
Well, I think that's different, perhaps because they're attracted to men. So in that moment, they have taken on the feminine energy.
So they only want to conquer the men, not the women.
Well, in that, there's always masculine and feminine energy, whether you're a man or woman. So if the man is gay and identifies as being attracted to men, then he's in a feminine energy, mostly. Now, if there's two of them, there's one that's more masculine and more feminine, but that's for another.
Two of my best friends are women. We have great times together all the time. Not once have I considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No, but that's the thing is though.
In
that's
their
why,
darkest hour, your darkest hour, come on.
No.
Because you like, no.
Because we started off as friends, and this is like I said, I was never attracted to them.
A lot of relationships start like that today, even though I discourage it. They say, I'm not attracted to them, but it'll grow. And I'm always like, it can happen.
It can,
but the odds of it, so I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I do understand it, I get it, but I like two of my best friends are women and not one.
Chad, that is a professional paid capper. I guess it's.
Everyone keeps saying like,
Chad,
you're good.
Cappuccino, cappuccino.
You never know. Yeah, life is a long time.
Are your friends attractive?
Yes.
Like they look good.
But attractive is subjective.
But like just like generally speaking, like your girls like look good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you was just lonely, like it's been a moment, you didn't want to beat it, you know what I mean? Or like, you know.
There's a special exemption. I'm non-monogamous, so I never have to worry about intimacy.
Well, that's why.
So you getting played. So you ain't worried about you, man.
He's like getting.
Well, if there was somebody, and I respect that who they're with, bro. Friend is fine. And that's is that not fair enough? That's fair enough. The fuck?
And so he doesn't need it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you was lonely, you wasn't getting it though, and your friend was throwing it.
I guess that's a different situation. That's what I'm saying.
You belong over here, though.
Come to the dark side.
If he's not attracted, if we're not attracted,
it's just friends.
Yeah.
As a straight, very monogamous man, I grew up mainly being friends with women. I felt more comfortable in those spaces. I felt more comfortable talking to women. I've never been like a bro, rah, 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 that type of thing. So I think men and women absolutely can be. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school. We talk very often, and we talk about all these things, and it has never affected.
I saw that. Mom, did you see that? Chat. So there's a mess. You guys can't see the message. Chat, there's auto.
Affected that aspect of the relationship because we're men and women. We're just people, and people can be friends. It's not.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So my perspective is from kind of a Christian worldview. Yes. I believe that God created man and woman to come together in love and attraction to be one.
I banned him. He said OJ Gaylord.
And so from that standpoint, I believe that there is just a natural attraction. I have had some extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids, what they do for work, what they do for school, developing that relationship. So from my perspective, that attraction develops because I wasn't just looking at her she's just a body. Yeah, she's just a piece of meat. Yeah. You develop that emotional attraction.
Which is why I'm over here. Yes, joining this dark side.
I would ask.
Because I completely agree with you on that from the same Christian standpoint, 100%.
Wait, hold up. Have you been sleeping all right? I have.
I would date someone I do not find physically attractive.
Oh, hell no.
3,
Chat,
2,
guys,
1.
Guys, this is absolute no. Come on, don't be weird. Chat, don't be weird. Oh, I can't. I give up.
Wait, you want to say something first?
Oh, absolutely.
I do it all the time because there's a lot you don't, just from the physicalness, it's like sometimes there's some people that I learn just by not going in based off physical.
Guys, I think he's a paid capper. Chat, guys, I think he's like a paid libertarian or whatever the fuck it's called.
Attraction is, I end up being attracted to them
paid
just
by the
because of
radical
their
left.
personality, and looks can be deceiving. I could say the same on the opposite end, where I thought someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were the worst person I could have possibly been on a date with.
I feel like you can definitely not be attracted to somebody initially, and then as you get
yeah,
I feel like 100%. At that point, like once I like someone's personality romantically, I probably also think they're attractive.
I would say that for some, it's not a reflection on your character. How weighted appearance versus personality might be, it differs from person to person. I think that we have our preferences, and I think that a certain element of physical attractiveness is fitness, health, hygiene, and that reflects on usually competence, responsibility, and dedication. But I do see it as important, although not the whole package by any means.
Right. It's the very first impression you get of most people.
Yes.
Because you meet someone and you can't hear their voice first thing most of the time, you just see them. And you're like, oh, that person's attractive. Or I don't see myself with that person because I don't find them attractive. And that's totally fine. Not everybody's attracted to everybody. But me personally, disaster.
Normal.
Cheating is the worst thing my partner could do to me. 3, 2, 1.
Wrong. Oh no.
I feel like there's probably worse things in
wrong.
theory that
There's
a partner could
so
do to their
much
partner.
worse
But just
things
because
to do
that's
what?
such an important aspect for me, and I feel like my partners in the past have been very aware that was something that I actively would not
fucking
do. I feel like that would
stupid.
just that adds an extra element of evil.
That's
a
privileged take. Guys, I really say this, but that's just super privileged take. What the fuck?
My mind goes to marriage. I mean, when you marry this
Well,
woman, when I
I'm
marry
saying
woman
that,
someday,
bro, there's
you
worse things we could do.
promise literally everything you have to be with her, literally thick and
what
thin.
if they fucking?
To be with her through
But what
everything,
if they
through highs
kill
and
him?
lows. And I mean, if you do something like cheating, it's basically like.
Monogamy is overrated. 3, 2, 1.
No.
Monogamy is overrated.
What?
Sorry.
Of course.
Guys, this guy's paid. Guys, this is.
Get your phone over here. You know you belong here. At least
I know.
Think about it.
We're a second.
Dude, that's paid cuck. That bro, this guy dates women he doesn't find attractive and has other people probably fuck him. I'm confused.
we're taught from the Disney, all these fairy tales, it's like you're supposed to be with that one and only, you know? So it's very frightening to break something traditional, but after like a few months with it, I just knew I'm like, this is the right choice. I've been in the most happiest of relationships. I just celebrated my 3 years with my primary partner, and like, as well as my 2-year anniversary with my secondary partner. But it's like, you know, I do think that monogamy is kind of overrated. I don't think that there's anything like, you know, wrong with it.
Guys,
if that's what you want to do.
Primary, secondary,
I do think that
this has got
non-monogamy poly relationships should be something that like, it's looked at as an option.
I think nowadays I know more open relationships than I do strictly closed relationships with the people that I know. I would say I disagree that monogamy is overrated, but I do agree that for some people like yourself, poly relationships work better. So I don't look down upon them. I think whatever works for you works for you.
Yes.
But I can still say that for like someone like myself, or people that are similarly just very focused and have like strict kind of like, I just can't ever. Oh my God, I could never imagine more than like one person.
It is literally bound to fail. It is by definition almost against everything that we stand for, bro. It is just bound to fail at some point. It's guaranteed.
But
it's
not sustainable.
So therefore, I
just
don't
not.
think monogamy is overrated. I think it depends on the person, and I think for me, it's definitely not it's the only option. For you, poly is like the right way, so it just depends. I'm completely non-judgmental. I think it just depends.
I just want to say, I don't mind monogamy, right?
Jack,
I just don't like a controlling
actually
relationship
with
where
me.
it's completely like, no, you can't f nobody else, but at the same time, you want to f me once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
So, you know, me and my ex was together for...
Bro, see the thing. It's not just for you, it's for a lot of young adults. I disagree. It's just not working. It's not working.
5 years. I actually broke up with her in April, but for 2.5 years out that relationship, we was barely for like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Then I moved her in the crib, and then when I moved her in the house, for the whole first year of her living in the house, she just didn't want to have sex.
That's right.
Now, we had an agreement that we had agreed on where
also, it's terrible for like...
know about and stuff like that, right? And because you wasn't
sexual health,
I was handling the agreement. Like I was following the agreement.
Unless you're like a god at doing your checks and shit, and bro, you go absolutely bonkers with it.
Happy New Year.
It's a liability.
Certain things that wasn't necessarily
it's true.
out there that created complications in a relationship to the point that it ended up us breaking up.
I think it's definitely like, it has a place, like for certain people. Like obviously we have 2 people who are like very religious here, and it works well for them. And I just think like if I was in an open relationship, I would go crazy. Like even when I'm in like a normal relationship where it's like I don't expect them to cheat on me, I'm still like,
also happy New Year's.
That's it.
Yeah. So I just like I can't imagine a world where I would agree with that. And also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh,
Are you
never
a very
mind.
sexual person? Just curious though.
Like kind of.
Kind of.
Sure.
It's like, yeah.
So if your partner was very sexual too, and he's like, baby, like I want to be with you, but you always just shut him down because you ain't in the mood.
I don't. That's like never happened.
Okay, but I'm just saying,
I just feel like that's like not. That's like personally for me not an issue. But also, I don't know. I think that would definitely be a conversation if there was like an imbalance. But also, I think there's different.
This room.
What is
This room.
Bro.
This room.
Oh my God.
For a lot of people, so it's all what works for you.
Am I insane?
I would date someone in this room.
No.
3, 2,
no, hold up now.
1.
What? I don't know these people.
Surprised he was over here. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know, he's already said what you're doing.
The energy
Guys,
is cool.
guys,
Just have a pulse, and we'll go out with you.
That's not how that is.
Like perfect example, right?
She sounds kind of insane,
right?
but
now
like
imagine Janelle might be the coolest person. Next thing you know, you start getting to know her, she might be crazy. You'd be like, then you come over here all of a sudden.
Generally, the few people I've been attracted to, they look like Tim Burton dolls, or just like weird goth people. Yeah, just like weird goth people. So like, it's just coincidence. It's very rare that I see these people. So it's not a personal thing.
No,
My girlfriend would kill me.
Oh my God.
Respect.
I like to think I'm pretty picky, so.
Oh man. I guess I leaked everything. It's over.